Do you want a chance to win up to $250,000? Well, you can at 442picks.ca. Here's how it works. Each week, you pick the winners of each Premier League match for your chance to win weekly and monthly prizes. And remember, up to $250,000 in prize money. I'm signed up, as are my Room 442 teammates Sarah Pararia and Albert Vitanian, so why not join us for your chance to win at 442picks.ca. It's a therapy session today in Room 442 because Albert Vitanian is very, very angry. He walks in today, 15 minutes ago, just yelling and screaming. Hey, Sarah?
Yeah.
He's just not happy at all. All because of Talk Radio, Talk Sports Radio.
Martin Keown, specifically.
Arsenal legend, Martin Keown.
Man.
What's upset you, Birdie?
They were talking about Bukayo Saka. So
Okay.
apparently Arsenal have sent another letter to the PGMOL asking them to protect Saka more because he gets fouled too much. If you look at the top 3 players fouled in the Premier League, Jordan Ayew, Bruno Guimaraes, and Bukayo Saka. Excuse me. Does he get fouled a lot? Sure. Is he the most fouled in the league? No. Is Roy Hodgson and Crystal Palace sending letters? Newcastle sending letters? Jack Grealish has been at the top of that list forever.
But it's not quantity of fouls, it's quality of fouls. These are good old hatchet jobs, right?
And he was making the case that he should be. He should be at the top of the list. He does get fouled too much. He's not protected. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Was he defending the letter?
No, yeah, he was defending the letter in Arsenal.
Because Martin Keown, who was one of the more physical centre-halves of his era, fantastic footballer, right?
He'd take your head off.
Imagine back in those days, in the 90s, when he was playing, early 2000s, if a letter was presented saying, our player's getting fouled too much. Martin Keown would not be having that at all.
No. And
at all.
What's with the letters? I don't...
But isn't that like, you can't really blame like Arsenal for following up if that's what they do now? Like,
Yeah, no, I can't because other players get fouled all the time.
I mean, but
Jack
then, like,
Grealish was literally at the top of that list
I
since
remember.
he came in the Premier
I
League.
remember.
Villa never sent a letter. Pep never sent a letter.
But is that on them? Like, they could have if they wanted to.
It's part of the game. Bukayo Saka always has the ball
I
in
get
his
it,
feet.
but the game has changed. Like,
How
I think
it's
that's the
changed,
thing,
though, right?
right? So, like, they're just doing their due diligence to try and protect their player. It's not Bukayo Saka's fault that, Newcastle and whoever are not sending those letters in. At least someone
But if you're a player like Saka in that position, you're a player that dwells on the ball, you attract that type of attention, you're going to get fouled. That's just the nature of the game.
Yeah.
Get up and get on with it.
Do you think it's Saka that's like pushing for the letters, or you think it's like Arteta or
I'd be embarrassed
training?
myself.
If it was me,
Saka,
Yeah. and my club did that,
100%.
Of course you would.
You
I
think
don't
Saka
want
goes
that.
and says like, guys, don't.
like I'll give it back. If you're going to give it to me, I'll give it back.
Yeah.
That's what you want, right? But if one referee listens and now keeps an eye on the treatment of Saka, mission accomplished, right? We'll see now for the next half of the season.
I think it's frustrating. I think it's stupid.
Is it the letter that upsets you, or that just Martin Keown, an Arsenal
Both.
player from a Spurs fan, was saying it?
The letter bothers me a lot.
Segue.
The letter bothers me a lot. Martin Keown really bothers me. And then, Arsenal. But no, it has nothing to do with the Arsenal Spurs thing. It's just, man, players get fouled all the time. This is what
plenty
it
to do with
is.
that.
Like, this is what it is in every single league across the world.
When
if you're a top player,
when Poch says a letter about Kulusevski being fouled, he'd be, you know what? Good for him.
Yeah.
He's backing up his player.
Yeah.
no, I
He's gonna
wouldn't. No.
gotta
And you know
protect-
I wouldn't. I would not. Because I don't like this type of football where you're
I
crying
say
and
Poch?
complaining. You said Poch, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
I'm living
Welcome back.
in 2015.
No, you don't complain about those things, man. Can you imagine Sir Alex Ferguson writing a letter? Actually, maybe I could.
He would probably do it in a press conference. Though. He'd bring it up very cleverly.
That carries a lot more weight than a letter from
Or have a
Arsenal.
chat post-match with the referee.
Remember
in
how
the
much
office.
when Ronaldo first came to the league, he was getting killed.
Yeah.
And Suarez was getting destroyed at Liverpool.
Dude,
Destroyed.
every game Messi
Messi,
played.
it's
It's the
what
only
it
way
is,
you
dude.
can take a player down.
It's what
I've
it
never
is.
seen it happen more because you literally can't stop him unless you go cleats
And
up.
you want
You
to
have no choice.
listen.
yeah,
you want
but
to draw
he's
those
never come
fouls.
out and said he'll like fight back sometimes, or he'll just break your ankles.
Yeah. In Suarez's case, he'd bite you.
I really hope Saka's not the one complaining about it. I don't think he is.
I don't think
it's
so
Arteta
either.
because Arteta's a crybaby. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. Yeah, I mean, listen, Arteta isn't one to be avert to a complaint here and there, right? It's what he does.
Yeah.
But anyway, you all right now? You going to calm down?
Yeah, I'm good. I feel good.
Yeah,
It feels
All
good.
right, now
Room
it's all to the
442.
room.
The temperature can come down.
Are you
a
guys
little
not
bit.
with me on that though? Like,
Yeah.
No, I don't like letters. No, don't make it public.
Poor Jordan Ayew's getting no love.
If you got a problem, don't go public because
Yeah.
now every eyeball's on it now, and it becomes a
Also,
story.
I think it got leaked because I didn't see any official statement from anybody. Just a bunch of outlets reporting it.
And get your house in order.
Yeah.
EGMOL.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Come on, Arsenal.
Mr. Room 442. And today is FA Cup weekend. We love the FA Cup. It's the greatest knockout sports tournament in the world.
Ever.
732 teams start this thing. You disagree?
I said ever.
Ever, yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah, I'm not.
Amateur teams. Amateur teams could play branded Premier League teams. Happens occasionally. Back in 2021, Marine AFC, remember this?
yes.
Played Spurs.
Yeah.
There were 161 places between these two in the pyramid. 161. Incredible. It's a wonderful tournament. So we'll have a bit of fun today. We've got a quiz coming up later.
I feel like you've done your research too.
I haven't,
You've
actually.
dropped a few, and I'm like,
He has.
he
He told us.
definitely
No,
has.
actually, I haven't.
Wow,
I haven't. I was doing
Spurs.
some research for Monday's show about the FA Cup, but not too much research. Although I had to look up who won last year. Then
So did
realized,
I.
oh yes, City won the treble.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Yes.
My memory is terrible. But to start with, we're going to use Arsenal and Liverpool, who meet on Sunday in the late match at the Emirates, as kind of the for context here. It's attack defend. It's been a while, right, since we brought out an attack defend in room 442. Okay, so basically the segment is I'll present a statement. One of you must attack it. One of you must defend it. Okay? So the statement is, for this week's attack defend, Liverpool will finish the season above Arsenal in the Premier League. Forget the cup right now. The Reds will be above the Gunners in the Premier League. Albert, you must attack this. Sarah, you must defend this. You want to defend first?
I'm sure.
Go
This
ahead.
is great. I don't even care if I win or lose. I just want to see Albert just defend
No, I'll
those
be-
Arsenal
I will be
players that he
professional.
loves.
Let's hear it.
All right, Liverpool will finish above Arsenal this season because they have the recent experience. They know how to win the Premier League. The thing is with Arsenal that I'm worried about is the youngness of this team and Arteta as well. We saw what happened to them last season. They were so good, and they are a really good side. But of late, we've also seen them kind of choke. That match against Fulham, end of December, was their worst match they've played. And, it's like middle of the season now. It's not a good sign, for sure. I know Mo Salah is probably going to be brought up. Yeah, he's going to be gone for a month. I get that. But I think Liverpool have now cemented themselves and the players around him to be able to step up when he's not there. Look at Luis Diaz. Ever since that whole tragic situation that happened with his father, he's a different man. He is out here scoring, playing fantastic. I know Darwin Nunez missing the target a bit, but surely he's going to get it eventually.
Is he?
If
I'm
you
not
keep
sure.
shooting, you got to get it. Listen, Van Dijk is back. We've seen Szoboszlai, maybe the signing of the season in the Premier League. This is such a good squad with experience, and at the head of the realm, Jurgen Klopp, who knows how to win the Premier League, who has all the players behind him. They just seem like they have found their, unison after what happened last season. Mm-hmm. And I think the biggest thing is that experience is going to take them higher in the table than Arsenal.
Well done. I like that. Good
Oh,
points.
thank you.
Good points. You've won this, but I haven't
What?
heard from...
The bias is unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, let's hear of your
yeah,
bias.
that's- yeah.
Buddy, attack that statement that Liverpool will finish ahead of Arsenal in the Premier League table.
Yeah, it is a tough one, but I also think that not much actually separates the two. Let's start with right now, which I think is a crucial period in the Premier League season and in the title race. And Liverpool are going to be missing Mohamed Salah, and I have to bring that up because he's not only been the MVP for Liverpool, he's been the MVP of the season. Most goal contributions across the Premier League. What's he got, 14 goals in the Premier League and 8 assists? No one comes close to that right now at Liverpool. Okay, Luis Diaz looks better. He's only got 3 goals. Darwin Nunez, okay, he's a top when it comes to XG, but expected goals doesn't mean goals. Mm-hmm. He's not taking those chances. I can't remember. Someone just came out and said if he takes his chances, he can become the best player in the world. And I think he's at that point, but are those goals going to come? It doesn't look like it.
Shouldn't there be a Darwin-altered XG?
What's that mean?
XG for him is different to most
Yeah,
players.
It should be, yeah. You have to have him out there because of all the chances he creates, but he just can't finish them. So you have Diaz and Nunez not really putting the ball in the back of the net. Gakpo is kind of getting better, but still he's got 4 or 5 goals in the Premier League. Jota is probably the biggest threat to me after Mohamed Salah. He's played 8 games and has 6 goals. If he can keep that going, then it'll be good for Liverpool. But this is a crucial stretch, and Salah could be missing up to 8 games? One of those games being against Arsenal. That's an end. They have a Bournemouth match. That's not an easy fixture either. So I just think in this time, missing your best player is very difficult to do. And if you're looking at goal scoring between the two teams, it's not that big of a difference, and you would think it would be. But Liverpool only have 5 more goals than this Arsenal team. This Arsenal team that's crying out for a striker. And so you look at the defense, fairly equal, 2 of the best defenses in the league. And Arsenal are still in the title race, despite not being at their best, despite Bukayo Saka not being at his best. Martinelli, Odegaard, Saliba, still one of the best defenses, still one of the best teams in touching distance of first place. Arsenal still have a lot about them, and I think they still haven't played their best football, and they're still in the race, and I think that can come. If you're looking at Saka's form at the moment, he's 1 goal off the pace he was last season.
That's surprising, actually.
Those goals will come. Like, that's the comparable to Mohamed Salah. I'm not saying Saka is Salah, but playing on the same side, talisman. And I think there's still time for that guy to get better. So I think once Arsenal's defense and their goal scoring combined, once those two marry once again, then you're looking at a true title contender.
But doesn't it concern you they have 1 win in the last 6 games or competitions? They've
Definitely.
lost 2 straight.
Definitely.
Over Christmas, you can obviously find out teams.
But at the same time, Sharms, I don't think you can erase what's happened before. Like, they've had a couple rough patches here, and most teams go through that. City's gone through that. Liverpool will go through that. And I think because they have the experience of last season, they have what it takes now. They have the experience to get through these rough patches.
I feel like he's turning red. Sorry, it's been. I'm very happy to watch.
Wow,
this.
there's Spurs fans out there just shaking their heads saying,
Listen, I got to be a professional, Sharms.
You do. Good case to be made there. And listen, it is going to come down to the wire, and in the end, it could well be Man City winning it anyway.
Yeah.
Do you have your opinion changed at all by Birdie's argument there, Sarah?
No. I think when I watch Liverpool play so far this season and I watch Arsenal, and honestly, between the two, like aside from this, I think I'd rather see Arsenal finish on top because I'm here to watch as a neutral fan a different team, win or get higher in the Premier League. But when I watch Liverpool, the confidence behind this team, they look so good. They really do. I have more faith that this team will be able to get the job done than Arsenal, especially because one of Arsenal's biggest issues is the man between the sticks. Like, what the heck is going on with that? All of a sudden, Ramsdale's now back. Like, that's concerning. When you're not sure who you're putting in the keeper position, that's too detrimental of a position to be kind of going back and forth. And we've seen issues with both Sanchez and Ramsdale, yeah. So, I mean, that's massive. And then you spoke about
Raya
they need us.
and Ramsdale.
Raya, sorry, yeah. Who's Sanchez? Oh,
Chelsea. Again, issues.
Yeah. You spoke about a striker. Eddie Nketiah, half the time, isn't even involved in the games because the midfield can't even get the ball to him. Like, I don't know if it's a him thing, but it looks like he's not even getting the creation from the other players. But maybe they have a good January window. Maybe that's what Arsenal need. They need somebody else up there. But it's not clicking just yet for Arsenal, where Liverpool, I feel like, are clicking. Now, yes, Mo Salah, but I think they just have the quality still there. They're not going to win games maybe by like a 3-0 anymore, but they don't need to. If you win, you win. I don't care if it's 1-0 or 3-0. And like you mentioned, Diogo Jota, how about Alexis McAllister? This guy has been fantastic. So, like, I just think they have more quality that seems to be clicking than Arsenal.
Yeah, listen, for the sake of this, obviously I'm
No.
I'm backing.
This is your opinion.
I'm backing Arsenal, but you make really good points. Like the striker situation and the keeping situation for Arsenal, I think those are huge concerns. Can they be addressed in January? It's pretty difficult to get 2 players. Difficult to get 1 player.
Impactful player for sure.
Impactful player in January. Listen, if they do end up going after Ivan Toney and paying this ridiculous price that Thomas Frank thinks that Toney deserves, then that's legitimate. He scored 32 goals over the past 2 seasons. That's more than Rashford. That's more than Saka. That's more than Callum Wilson, Ollie Watkins. You're getting a real striker in Ivan Toney. Will they get him?
There's
Who
no
knows?
way Brentford sell in January.
I mean, if I'm Arsenal and I'm a big club and I want to win the Premier League, I give them whatever they want.
But Brentford right now are on the cusp of the relegation zone.
And they're losing
You can't
how
lose
many
that
players
money.
to AFCON?
Right. And Buemo's out.
What if
Injured.
Arsenal come in with 100 million?
you say come back to us in June?
No, you can't, Sharms.
I don't know. if
100
they
million?
can,
Because if you get
though.
relegated from the Prem, which might well happen.
No, I know.
They're being dragged closer and closer there, right? Without a strike force, essentially, with Boma being hurt. That costs you more than 100 over the course of 2-3
Yeah,
years,
that's a good point.
right?
Yeah.
And you can't do it. You say, just come back to us in June, and maybe the deal will be made next summer. It's fascinating. So right now, let's compare the two teams. Defensively, I would take Arsenal over Liverpool right now.
Yeah,
Liverpool
right
have
now,
some problems there. You know, I know Virgil's playing much better than last year. He's almost back to where he was, but there's concerns there, right? Midfield, I would take Liverpool right now, given
Right now.
current form.
Yeah.
I like Arsenal's midfield, don't get me wrong, but I'd probably take Liverpool at this point. And up front, I'm taking Liverpool right now.
100%.
That's just, they're very similar
Right.
teams.
No,
but if you
yeah,
had
it's
to
hard not
choose,
to disagree.
Even players like Gabriel Martinelli, sorry, I just popped in. Like, I feel like he's
not
not
scoring.
even
No,
being the
no.
Martinelli that we
I
all
know.
expected him to be. Like, there's just something missing with Arsenal. And yeah, Liverpool, like, up front, I don't know.
Swagger's back, right?
Yeah.
Arsenal, realistically, they need a left back, they need a midfielder, they need a striker, and probably another
Oh
winger.
my God, yeah, Zinchenko's been miserable.
He's been terrible. I mean, getting rid of Kieran Tierney, I know he's hurt now, and you can't bring him back, but that was a horrible mistake.
At the same time, you're right. These players are underperforming compared to last season,
Yeah.
which means there's room for them to improve as well. Second half of the campaign, lots of football left. Zinchenko gets better if Jesus starts scoring goals. If Martinelli finds the form of last season, that's suddenly a very, very good
Yeah.
Arsenal team, right? So it's going to be a great race. And I like the fact that City are a little bit behind right now.
Yeah.
I think they're going to find a way to claw back those points, a game in hand, of course. But I think this could go down to the last month of the season.
Oh, we love
which is
that.
fantastic.
Sherms, what do you think about Endo not being there as well? That's something no one's really talking
Yeah,
about. He's
it's
going to the
huge.
Asian
Yeah,
Cup
he's
and probably
still
going
doing
all
really
the
well,
way.
but McAllister came back
Right.
from injury this past
Yeah.
game, right? So Endo wouldn't play that much. But I thought he's been a really good addition for, 15 million?
Yeah, no,
It's
he's
turned out
been
quite well.
Phenomenal.
But they still need to address that position, I think, in the offseason with a legitimate number 6. Although Klopp says we don't need it. We got Alexis, but he's better a little bit further up the pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think.
I want to see what happens with Szoboszlai now. I think he plays in the front three. I think you mentioned that.
Possibly.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that's been talked about. Well, he's got a hamstring injury right now, though. He's out for 2 games.
Right.
Which isn't great.
No.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's exciting.
I won.
Sarah won.
Bias.
Sarah won attack defend.
Well done, well done.
Do you
That
think
was
they're
good.
both, by the way, do you think they'll both put out strong sides this
I
summer?
hope so,
Come on.
but I
We
doubt
need
it. I highly doubt
want
it. Do you remember there was a game, I don't know if it was last season, the season before, but it was Arsenal-Liverpool. They played their C squads, and it was like 6-5 at Anfield. Do you remember that?
Was that FA Cup or League Cup?
One of them.
Maybe League Cup.
Yeah, and it was early on. So I'm expecting to see that. At this point in the season, you're missing players going away to AFCON and the Asian Cup. Maybe you got to put out your B
And who
side.
do they play next week in the Prem? I think that'll also come into play. Do you know?
Liverpool? I don't know.
I can't remember.
Look it up.
They do play each other in a few weeks, though.
Yeah.
they do, yeah. I think they'll be pretty strong teams. I think the egos of Klopp and Arteta, they want to send a bit of a message here, perhaps, and get that edge. The cup still is worth something, right?
I
Yeah.
agree,
It's
man.
not what
I
it once
agree.
was, perhaps, but it's still worth something. All right? Attack defend, well done, Sarah.
All right.
Thank
We
you.
missed you, attack defend. Let's take a break, shall we? And then we'll get into some FA Cup. Is it trivia or more of our old school kind of 4-4-2
I'm
quiz?
terrified. By
I
the
guess
way.
we'll find out.
Oh, we're going to find out. How exciting is that going to be? All right, don't go anywhere. Room 442 is brought to you by North Star Bets. Play 442 picks for your chance to win up to $250,000. Make your EPL picks and play for free at 442picks.ca. Welcome back to Room 442. I know I'm in Sarah Peraria's chair, but I am not Sarah Peraria. I know we look very similar. He's Abba Vatanian. She's over here right now because we're getting set for an FA Cup 442 quiz kind of thingy.
Yeah.
Rather.
The FA quiz.
Yeah.
I'm a bit nervous about this.
Me
Fuck
too.
up quiz.
I actually am.
The old noggin doesn't retain too much information these days.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, guys. So it's just a quiz on the FA Cup. I'm gonna put Albert and Bertie, and James
Like those
against
two
one
guys.
another. I have 9 questions on the FA Cup, just kind of like generic whatever questions, and then we'll go into player path,
Ooh.
but players that have maybe done something in the FA Cup or currently playing.
Okay.
Kind of stuff like that. We'll get to that later. But yeah, you kind of talked about the FA Cup. Here's a fun stat. Largest attendance at the FA Cup ever. Wembley, April 28th, 1923. They called it the White Horse Final between Bolton and West Ham. Official count, 126,047. But the estimated number is 300,000.
Wow.
Crammed in there. They were much smaller people back in those days, though.
Yeah.
Back in your day.
Sharm still has his match day ticket
I
from
do,
that
yeah.
day.
I remember watching Sam Allardyce on the sidelines for Bolton.
Oh my
Thinking,
God.
man,
So
that
that
team's
was
going
low-hanging
somewhere.
fruit. And I had
Aye,
Oh, no, we
I'm
have
well
every
used to
single
it.
time.
I'm an old bastard. What can I say?
Yeah.
You're not that old.
We love it. The
pretty old.
oldest tournament in England
Yeah.
in terms of football. Like this is,
Isn't it one of the oldest in the world? If not the oldest.
I don't know about the world. I'm sure it's up there because
yeah.
it's Well, we'll get into it. Let's start with question number 1. So basically, I'll tally the points, guys. Whoever answers first, that's how I'm going to do it. It's
Okay.
going to be messy. I want chaos. When did the FA Cup first start? What year?
1889.
No.
1871.
Oh my God.
Is that it?
Are you actually kidding?
No. Was it 1871?
It is.
You have done some research. haven't
I
you?
haven't, I
Prick?
swear.
You have.
All right,
I have,
let me get a
I told
tally
you.
going.
I can't believe I
Wikipedia.
remember that one.
Wikipedia. You.
Hey, this is like Jeopardy, right? You got to do a little bit of research.
All
I
right.
can't believe I remember that.
That's insane. All
10
right.
years out.
Second question. Which club won last year?
Manchester
City.
City.
I think Albert.
Yes, thank
Oh,
you.
come on.
No,
You
I
know,
got it, I
he
got it.
started.
I finished quicker, though.
You said Man City, they were Manchester City.
It doesn't matter. Well, you guys kind of brought that up in the first block too. You're like, we both had to look.
I
know,
knew that
forgot.
one.
And they play United too.
Oh my God. All right. Which club has the most trophies?
Arsenal.
Wow. Okay, James, wake up.
He's quick, eh?
What does the FA Cup stand for?
Football Association
Cup.
I'll give that to
No,
James.
that's.
Come on.
You had it, but I think James started it, and if we're basing it off that.
All right.
All right. How many teams are competing in the FA Cup?
732.
No, but very close. This season.
734.
No.
1.
No.
731.
No.
I have no idea. 740.
No.
Higher or lower?
743.
No. Lower.
735.
No.
6, 7, 8, 9.
No.
730. 1, 2, 3. 700.
You can give this one to Sharms. I have no idea.
I'll keep going.
I was going to say like 400.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Could be here for a while.
Stop it, guys.
It's 700 and something.
It's 729. No one gets that
Okay.
point. But
Was
yeah.
it really? Are you sure about that?
Yeah. I did my research.
Okay.
729
I
teams.
thought that was when I was first reading about it, the amount of teams that have competed ever in the tournament, which I also couldn't find. If anyone can find that, I was
It
struggling.
goes right back to semi-pro football.
No,
right?
it's
So if you're sanctioned by the
incredible.
FA, you can enter this. So a lot of teams, by the third round, potentially, you could have played 9 matches already before
Yeah.
the Premier League teams enter the
Well, that
fray.
was part of the stats, like the most games played in one season, because some of the lower level
Right.
teams who make a run play like
Was that
way
Chesterfield? Were they the team?
I don't remember.
Because they made
The
the
non-league team?
semi-finals in 1997, I think it was. See, I know some history.
Has not
There
a
you go.
non-league team ever won? Probably not.
Won it? No. No.
No?
more. I think only 43 teams have ever won.
Chesterfield, I think, I think they were nationwide league, I think, when they got the semi-finals.
Right.
Maybe League 2. Anyway.
I remember Bradford City made a run, but I think they're in the championship. I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Or League 1 at
Yeah.
least.
Sorry, also just based on that, if there's 729 teams competing this season, like well over 1,000 teams have ever competed in this tournament.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Easily.
crazy and unbelievable. All right, next up. Who has the most appearances in the final?
Like player?
Man U.
A player or a team?
Team, and
Oh.
that's one, but there's two.
Arsenal?
There you go. You both get a point. 21 appearances each to the Red Devils and the Guineas. All right. Last question before we get into career path. Which team has the most consecutive final losses?
Chelsea.
Wow.
Wow, well done.
And what years were they?
Recently, actually.
Yes, they were.
14, 15. No.
2020, 21, 22.
Oh, is that recent?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
All right.
I brought that one up because I thought like maybe it's fresher in the memory. What a crazy
Not
stat.
Tottenham.
Okay.
Good questions.
No
So we
Tottenham
have-
question? What the fuck?
Okay. We have a couple career paths. So I'll start with describing the player in the FA Cup.
Are these
And
current players? Or have played in
maybe
there?
they are,
So-
maybe they've played in the past.
Okay.
So,
Oh.
for example, number
Paul Gascoigne.
one, this player has the most FA Cups.
Oh,
Do I need to do the
he
career
played for
path?
Arsenal. Ashley Cole.
There you go.
Oh, good one. Well done.
Okay, so I could have gone into the career path, but I'll start with the intro or whatever, and then I'll go to the career path if you need it. This player has scored in the most FA Cup finals.
Oh,
Thierry Henry.
No.
it's got to be someone on Liverpool.
Actually, no. Is it not? It's not Van Nistelrooy.
No. Do you want the career path?
Sure.
It's going to give it away. So first one to it. Le Mans, Guingamp, Marseille, Chelsea, Shanghai Shenhua,
Anelka?
Galatasaray,
Oh, cool though.
Chelsea again, Montreal Impact, Phoenix Rising.
Oh,
Oh,
Drogba.
Didier Drogba.
I think it was James. He got it.
I didn't know he played for all those teams.
I know Galatasaray.
I remember
forgot that.
Galatasaray.
What the heck is Phoenix
I forget that one.
Rising?
That was,
that one was weird.
Montreal was one that got it for me.
Phoenix Rising was the what's that league
Isn't it
called?
crazy that Drogba
NSL?
played for Montreal?
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
Made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoffs?
Okay. As it stands, it's 5-4 to Albert. So it's close,
I was
folks.
going to say Ian Rush.
Yeah, it was gonna be a good one. Good idea.
This player has the most goals in the in tournament history.
Tournament history. Wow, that's a great one. Henry.
No.
Rooney?
No.
Oh, is it Ian Rush?
Is it Rushy?
No way.
Is it Rush?
She
Wow.
was smiling.
Because he literally said it, and I was like, I think I have him, and
I
it was
love that
literally,
answer. I love it because that's
Yeah.
the 80s. They were there every year. In fact,
42 goals in the FA Cup for Mr. Rush.
some of my favorite football memories ever were those Everton Liverpool matches in the 80s, which you guys don't remember because you weren't born.
No.
But they were incredible.
Yeah. I would love
That's
to.
when I became a real fan, watching those games.
No, I love that. Yeah, you definitely probably have a different appreciation to the FA Cup than we do. 'Cause
Yeah.
Growing up playing with your mates in the street, it was the FA Cup final. That's what
Okay,
you-
yeah.
That's what it was.
Even now, like when I watch, there's a different feeling when it's an FA Cup weekend. Like it's just, it's just like a nostalgia thing. It's a
magic.
comfort thing. I love it.
It's a fairy tale,
I
right?
love it.
The romance of the cup.
We're getting Sunderland Newcastle.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened in years. Like who wouldn't want to watch that?
Yeah.
Ian Rush's career path, just for fun, because I learned a
Can
lot.
I try this?
Yeah.
So did he start with Liverpool?
No.
Tranmere.
No.
Okay.
Good
It's a very
start.
bad start.
Well,
man.
he's
But I know he went to
Chester City.
Juventus.
Chester City.
Chester, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Juventus.
Yeah.
Liverpool again.
Yeah.
And then he ended his career.
Nope. There's 4 teams.
That was it.
No. There's 4 more teams.
4 more teams.
Yeah.
Is Tranmere in there?
No.
He coached them.
Okay.
No, that was Aldridge. John Aldridge.
Is he Welsh?
Yeah.
After
Cardiff?
Liverpool
Is that in
again.
there? No.
No. Leeds. Newcastle. Wrexham.
Oh,
Wrexham.
Sydney
yes.
Olympic.
Right.
Ending a career at Sydney Olympic. Yeah.
Wow.
What a career path.
He
Crazy.
was. I mean, he's still Liverpool's highest ever goal scorer.
good looking. cat, too, man.
386 goals, I think. Good looking there. Great tash.
Yeah, he has a great stash.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do some career paths
Let's do it. Let's do it.
of players that are playing. Maybe
Okay.
some big games this weekend. Started off at Brighton. Went on loan to Newport. Went to Peterborough, Leeds, before joining Arsenal.
Before joining Arsenal. Like, it can't be Trossard.
No, Trossard went from Brighton last January, actually, wasn't it?
Brighton?
Leeds to Arsenal?
He's still playing?
Yep.
Leeds to Arsenal.
Hold on. Let me think.
You should get this. You're good with this kind of stuff.
Oh my God. Hold on. Can you say it again? The path?
Yes.
Brighton?
Wait,
Brighton went on loan to Newport,
Right.
then Peterborough, then Leeds before joining Arsenal.
Smith Rowe?
No, so he was technically a Brighton player, but while
The whole
he
time?
while he was
Also,
at
they're loan deals.
those are loans.
So Trossard?
No.
No. Trossard, it started in Belgium.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my God. Why is this so hard? Martinelli, Saka. It's not. Can't be Nketiah, right? No. He wouldn't have started at Brighton.
No.
Ramsdale didn't start.
No,
did
he played.
No.
Ramsdale played at West Brom.
West Brom, that's right.
I'm stumped. I'm
Yeah.
stumped.
He's a current Arsenal player.
I just can't think of a Brit. Why can't I think of this?
All right. You both giving up?
No.
Okay.
It's going to be so obvious when we hear this.
Is it
Really annoy me.
Reece Nelson?
No. All right. No one's getting this point because
No, we're
you
not gonna
both
get it.
suck.
Move on.
Rob Holding?
It's Ben White.
Oh my God, that's right.
Oh my God,
Jesus.
Benny.
Yes. And he was good at Brighton too.
He was. He doesn't even like football, Ben White.
Oh, is he one of those guys?
Yeah.
He's a Gareth Bale.
Never watches it.
Benoit Suikoto, same thing. Hated football.
Yeah, I know. What was that? What
Played for Spurs.
I know. But I remember hearing the story about him. Peter Crouch podcast.
Yeah, probably.
Crouchy always talks about
Imagine hating football and being a professional.
Yeah, he didn't know anything about who they play. In the morning of the game, he'd come in and say, "Who are we playing today?"
That's the best. He was a good player.
Yeah, he was.
All right, this one might be a bit easier. Fulham, Liverpool, loan to Blackburn, back to Liverpool.
Fabio Carvalho?
No.
My
Carvalho, really.
He's come back to Liverpool actually on loan from France.
Didn't he start in Portugal?
Why can't my
Say it again.
why is my brain not
Fulham?
working here?
Yeah.
Liverpool, at Liverpool, loan to Blackburn, back to Liverpool.
Harvey Elliott.
You got it. It's Avi.
We were just talking about
Yeah,
that numpty.
the
I know. You guys were.
You can say numpty, right? That's not.
That's fine.
derogatory?
He's not an numpty.
He is.
not.
Go look up what he said about Harry Kane.
Yeah, when he's like 10 years old.
Doesn't matter.
When you were 10, you were like saying awful things.
No,
like, you
was
were
it?
like in marches.
I was a church boy.
You were like in marches.
Oh my God. Okay, this player has won 4 trophies with Liverpool and Arsenal. Southampton, Arsenal, Liverpool, Besiktas.
Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain?
Alex
yeah.
Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Besiktas? I didn't know
I
that.
totally forgot that.
All right. Well,
Long.
Yeah.
as it stands, Albert has 7 and James has 5. So let's make this last one count for 2, and then maybe I'll think of a
Oh, of
tiebreaker.
course.
Of course. Okay, so
We make
this
it
one,
3 and it's a tiebreaker anyway, right? So I probably get it right.
I don't think you're gonna get it anyways.
Oh, okay.
So that's where we're at.
I'm not losing.
This one is guess the players by the clues, not just the player.
Okay.
path. Okay. So this player has won the FA Cup back to back, but with 2 separate teams. The first team he won the cup with also won the Carabao Cup that same season. He's also won Liga and La Liga. Shall I keep going? Or do you want to marinate?
Back-to-back FA
Back-to-back.
Cups, but different teams.
Yeah. Won the Carabao Cup as well as the FA Cup the first time he won it.
Okay. Different teams, though.
Oh, my God.
It's gonna.
Who's won the Cup double in 1 year? Liverpool have. Who else got the Cup double?
You're already going in a wrong direction. I'll just tell you right now.
Can you just repeat
He
those,
won
please?
the FA Cup back to back with 2 different teams.
2 different teams.
So you're not looking at doubles.
Yeah.
I'll give you that right now.
No. But you said Carabao Cup and FA Cup the same season, right?
Yes,
Cup double.
that's correct. Yeah. So he won with 2 separate teams. The first team he won the FA Cup with, he also won the Carabao Cup.
Was it called the Carabao Cup at that time?
I don't know.
Well,
James.
it's important.
Oh, it was
It's
the
not
Carling
because I
Cup?
have more information.
Worthington
Okay.
Cup.
Yeah, go ahead.
Rumbelows.
So he won La Liga and Liga. He played at Arsenal briefly, but this wasn't one of the teams he won the FA Cup
Ooh.
with.
He went to Liga, and so he's probably French.
I want to say Mkhitaryan, but it's not him.
No. Do you want players he's played with, or do you want to think more?
Give us some players.
I've played alongside Thiago Silva, Papa Bouba Diop, Sergio Ramos, Jermaine Defoe.
Alexis Sanchez.
Nope.
Jermaine Defoe?
Kaká, Michael Essien, and El Fideo Di Maria.
Oh, my God.
Marcel Desailly.
No.
N'Golo Kante? No, he wouldn't have won League One.
Well, this was good.
This is really good. Ah! Thiago Silva is like, is that PSG? Is that Chelsea? That's tearing my...
You know what's sad?
I won La Liga.
What's sad is I'm shutting my eyes, trying to think, and all I can think of is what I'm going to have for dinner tonight.
Oh my God.
It's because you're off the sugar, man. That's why. Okay, hold on. This is really bothering me. He's got to be a French player, right?
Is he French? Can you give us that?
Am I allowed to answer that?
Yeah, I think it's fair, right?
He's French.
Okay.
No, it wouldn't be because he played for United only. Oh, God.
Robert Perez.
No.
He's still playing?
I don't know.
Is this player still playing?
Oh, this player.
No, Rob
Perez?
Pierce
Not
is done now.
No, this player is not still
Oh, he's not.
Oh, he's not playing.
Okay.
No.
It's
Eric
not Didier-
Cantona?
Not Didier
No.
Drogba.
Okay, he
Well,
retired.
he wouldn't have played with us yet.
Do you want to know when he retired? His last year of playing football was 2019.
2019.
Pretty recent.
Oh, Ivan Evan. No.
Patrice Evra? No.
No.
Because he
Get
plays for United.
out
Good,
of here.
good call, though.
He only played for United.
Mm.
This guy played for Arsenal, maybe, and United or something like
That's
that.
what I'm thinking, yeah. Or Chelsea, possibly. But he's French, though.
French? Anelka?
You're
No,
going
it
to kill
can't be
yourself.
Anelka,
You
22.
are going to really
I want to
have a
drive my head. to
heart
this.
attack.
It's a big.
Oh! Olivier Giroud?
Oh my!
It's not?
I was so excited.
It's a really
For
good
no
guess.
reason.
It's a good guess.
Olivier Giroud
He's
is
still
still playing, and
Oh, yeah. What
you
the?
got Ellie in the back.
It's like you
2019.
thinking there's nothing.
A French
Except what
player,
Charm's going to have for
20
dinner.
Yeah, exactly. I might barbecue actually. It's cold.
That's
but-
not bad, actually. Charms, who is it?
Okay,
I
guys,
think a French player that
you are not
retired
thinking
in
of the right
2019.
teams. I'm really trying to help you here.
Okay.
You are not thinking, wherever you're going, go the other direction. Think about the players that I've named. Thiago Silva, Papa Bouba Diop, Ramos, Jermaine Defoe, Michael Essien, Kaká Di Maria.
Chelsea is in there, clearly, I would think. Why can't I think of a French player who retired in 2019 played for Chelsea? It's Frank Leboeuf.
No, it's a Frank Leboeuf. That's hilarious.
It's not a bad one.
not
May have
bad.
retired before 2019.
Yeah. Maybe 1998 he retired.
Oh, this is...
Is okay. Position? Can we get a position? We're gonna be here. This is
Are you...
This is sad. People are screaming through the screen right
yeah,
now.
he's
They're
a
probably like dumb
midfielder.
Americans.
He's a midfielder. He's like a defensive mid.
It's defensive mid, and it's not Kante.
No, he never won the French league. He never played in La Liga
right.
either.
Okay. Let me give you another
Oh, La
clue.
Liga
The
too.
second team...
Defensive midfielder.
The second team that he won the FA Cup with doesn't play in the Premier League.
Oh, so Leicester. Oh my God, no, midfielder, French midfielder, Leicester.
It's not who that is.
Oh, it's not?
There's no French midfielder.
well, it's the
They
team
won the
isn't
FA Cup.
the team isn't Leicester.
And they're not in the FA Cup.
They're not in
They
the
won
Premier
the
League?
FA Cup?
The team that won the FA Cup is not Leicester, and it isn't.
Is it Wigan?
Portsmouth. Oh, a friend. Oh my God. Who's defensive midfielder for Portsmouth?
I'm like giving it to them at this point.
Oh my God.
Defensive midfielder.
It's not Nico Cranchar. It's the only midfielder I can think of. From
Wigan
Portsmouth.
won it too, though.
Wigan did win it, but she gave me a look when I said Portsmouth.
Yeah, because at this point, like, you need it.
So it's Portsmouth. Who played for Pompey? Who was French? This is stupid. It's going to be so bloody obvious. So
I
it's
don't
during
really
the Harry
know what
Redknapp era at Portsmouth, right?
Albert, I'm disappointed.
I honestly don't know. This is ridiculous.
Shall I just tell you?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Give us one more minute. on the
Okay.
clock.
That's fair. Let me think if I can find out one more clue. Let me think what I can.
French. Guarai.
Guarai.
International?
Yeah, I'm just trying to actually look at that right now.
Oh.
Maybe
Is it
tell
Patrick
them the
Vieira?
city that he was
It's-
born.
They make
No,
Portsmouth.
he was born in Paris. Doesn't really help. He has 34 appearances for the French national team between 2007 and 2016. It's not juicy enough. I need a good.
He played for Arsenal? Is that-
Okay,
what's
he's-
his name? Petit?
He's also won the Copa del Rey, the Supercopa de España.
Did he score in World Cup 2018 at all?
He didn't play
Yes.
on that team. I don't even think he was on that team.
No, it's not Paul Pogba.
Big B.
I'm an absolute loss here.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. I don't know.
All right. The last thing I'm going to give you is their career path.
Okay.
And if they can't get it, then there's
Yeah,
nothing
okay, let's go.
more we can do. All right.
Lock in, Charms.
Starting in Le Havre, Chelsea, Arsenal, Portsmouth, Real Madrid, Anzi
Cambiasso? No, French.
Makachakala. That sounds like a maybe Russian side. Yeah, Lokomotiv Moscow, Marseille, Al Jazeera, PSG. Oh my God, Ali.
God, this is so obvious. I know it
I'm
is.
thinking Eto, but it's not Eto, obviously.
Because there was
midfielder.
no Barcelona. I love that Ali's guessing from the back. Honestly, good shout.
Colo Torre?
No.
No, it's not
he's
French.
not French. Jesus.
The Cote d'Ivoire.
Is it?
It's my
How
ruin my
obvious
day.
is it?
It's in ruin my day.
You are going to really be upset with yourself.
Le Havre rings a bell too.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it really
quite,
does.
Quite familiar.
Well, Conte was there. I think Pogba was there, but I keep thinking French midfielder, and I just see Conte's smile in my head.
First name or surname?
He's also bald.
Why can't I think of this?
Did you get it? Was
So
that the
annoying.
clue that I needed to give to you?
Oh my God!
Was that he's bald?
Oh, I know who it is.
Matuidi?
No.
No, Matuidi. Makaleli.
No, Makaleli.
No.
Oh, that's yours.
Oh, no.
All right, you guys aren't getting it.
I'm a Tweety.
You
Makaleli, Makaleli.
You guys both were thinking Makaleli at the same time. Oh, that's what that
no,
was.
I said it right, I think.
Who is it?
Lasana Diarra.
Oh my God, dude! Come on.
You know what?
How
Of
did we
course,
not know
Portsmouth.
that? Portsmouth.
Jesus.
I thought the Real Madrid might
No,
ignite.
Pompey would have got me before Real Madrid.
And I
right?
just
Yeah.
heard. I was just listening to Mourinho on John Obi Bakil's podcast talking about Diarra.
Well, there's nothing I can do.
I know. That's
That-
just-
Well, it was a
I
great
really
quiz.
tried.
It was a good one.
All right, well, because neither of you got it, in the end, Albert is the winner of this quiz, even though that last little bit was a bit painful.
Well done.
I was robbed of attack defend because of bias.
For someone so smart, you'd think he'd be doing better in 442picks.ca, wouldn't you?
I know.
I am.
Hey, why-
I'm beating both of you.
no,
oh,
both.
him. Yeah, has to be.
Hey, listen. You got to be a respectable loser, Sharms. You can't be taking shots after the foul.
I have no choice. Self-loathing is pretty high right now.
Maybe Tottenham's gonna win the league, and then we'll have
Maybe.
a conversation then.
Thank you, Sarah. That was good.
you. That was great.
Congratulations,
Thank you,
Bertie.
guys.
Thank you.
What a weekend it's going to be. 442picks.ca is on hiatus just for a week because of the FA Cup, but it's back next week. Signing up, it's free to play, and there's still a load of money to win, including the grand prize of potentially $250,000. Room 442 is brought to you by North Star Bets. Play 442 picks for your chance to win up to $250,000. Make your EPL picks and play for free at 442picks.ca.